Now, there are a lot of people looking for love online and instead finding heartache and headaches in the process. The cause? Scammers. You can find them on chat apps, on dating sites, and they're all looking for one thing: their newest victim. Now, recently, the U.S. Federal Trade Commission issued a report outlining common lies scammers use to get their victims to send them money. Here are some highlights. Scammers often say they work or live abroad. Now, scam artists love long-distance relationships, whether the person claims to be a doctor working overseas or an active-duty military officer or a lonely oil rig worker. Ask pointed questions about their background and profession. Number 2, scammers ask for money. That train is never late. If someone starts asking you for money to pay for travel expenses, medical procedures, customs fees, or a visa, they may be a scammer. Never send money to someone you only know online. Number 3, scammers ask for payment via anonymous transfers. Wire transfers and reloadable gift cards are popular in the criminal community. Again, don't send money to someone you only talk to online. So, who are the people falling for these scams? How do scammers groom their victims? I recently talked to Ashley Rose, CEO of Living Security, an online security training firm, about the dangers of online dating and what people can watch out for as they seek their soulmate online.
Historically, more of the elderly population were the ones targeted. They just seemed to be a little bit more vulnerable. They weren't as technically savvy as well. And also they were less likely to be out and, meeting each other in person. So they were really resulting, to the digital kind of technology. But what we're actually seeing is a trend where really anybody can be taken advantage of. And I think the biggest factor of this is the amount of time and energy that these scammers and these criminals are putting into like the grooming state, right? Getting to know you, empathizing, really spending that time to build that connection before coming in and asking for, a loan or funding or an investment. It really is it's really causing, very smart, savvy, highly technical people to break down their guard and unfortunately get victimized.
With the reducing of the digital footprint, are the scammers going through and picking out information about these people before they talk to them? Like, are they targeting them specifically, or is this just sort of anyone who opens this email is a victim,
The more that someone knows about you, the better their grooming tactics can become, okay. Right? So if you are, talking about someone's favorite sport team, maybe your favorite sport team is their favorite sport team, or, you grew up in the same place a while ago, or you have family there, anything like that that's very personal can help you to form a quicker connection, which is what the scammers are looking for. So yeah, trying to protect that type of information. And then, so that's kind of the privacy concerns. But then beyond that, when you're meeting people or going to websites, making sure that your personally identifiable information is not being shared, right? Things like your birthday, your social security number, your banking information, all of that can actually get the scammer to, take on identity fraud. So there's a few different ways that they can target the attacks. But overall, what we want to do is say, keep your private information private, make sure that you're sharing things only with friends, and people that are trusted and verified.
Now, here are the 5 questions to ask yourself or a loved one before developing a romantic relationship that started online. Is the relationship moving too quickly? Now, scammers often move to the I love you stage of things very fast to catch their victims off guard and lock in commitment. Are the photos and videos legit? Do a reverse image search on Google to verify the person is who they say they are. Many scammers lift images from social media sites and send them to victims. Is your new love asking you for a lot of personal information? Now, sometimes your personal information is even more valuable than cash. Don't offer up information like your birthday, ID numbers, or banking information online to anyone you've never met for any reason. Is your relationship only existing online? Avoid people who always have an excuse to not meet in person. That's a common red flag, signaling they are not who they say they are. And is a person you've never met in real life asking you for money? Money requests in any form are a giant red flag when it comes to online dating. Don't send money to anyone you've never met in person. Now, this all may sound a bit depressing, but take heart. You really just need to go into a relationship with a healthy dose of skepticism, be careful, and take it slow. Scammers usually are impatient and they'll lose interest quickly, while a real love match will grow at its own pace. Good luck.